Hello again, everyone. My name is Chronos006, and we're back with more of the Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire. And now that we've gotten the two most important things on day one, which are our money changed and the map, now we can explore a little bit and see what there is to see. First of all, let's take a look at that map. Now, we were here. We haven't been to either of these other two big plazas, so let's go to the Palace Plaza first. There's a couple of shops here. We'll check that out later. We heard about the Sultan, something being wrong with the Sultan here. Although few see the Sultan, he sees all. The Sultan knows everyone and everything in the city of Shepir. It is said that the duty of the guards of Razir is to make certain all people obey the many laws. I don't know if I made that clear. Razir is the sister city to Shepir, and is located far across the desert, which apparently is having some problems, which is why we're here. Okay, so we're not going to get much out of the guards. They don't want us entering the gates. So, let's take a look back at the map and check out the other big plaza, which is called the Fighters Plaza. And who is this figure? The leonine creature before you looks ferocious and kindly at the same time. It is good to see you, young hero. A nice day to be adventuring. My name is Rasha Rakesh Satarna. I am called Rakesh. I am of the Liontar people. It's one of my favorite characters in the entire Quest for Glory series. The Sultan summoned me to Shepir to aid against the dark magic which even now hovers near this city. I fear, though, that I am not the hero I was once. Perhaps you will become the hero they need. A true hero knows what must be done when there is need, and he must be able to do it. He looks injured. Let's ask about that. My leg was damaged a long time ago when I tried to fight a demon that was destroying my people. The demon struck me with its poisoned tail. The bone was shattered, and because of the poison, the leg did not heal correctly, even with magic. The demon was sent by a wizard who sought to overthrow my kingdom. I defeated the demon and eventually the wizard, but I had to give up the rule of my kingdom to my brother. And we will see more of that in the sequel, Quest for Glory 3. Magic surrounds all of us in this world and is a part of us also. Aziza has many more answers than I. Ooh, who is Aziza? Aziza is a very powerful enchantress, wise in the ways of the elements. You might visit her house near the Shmali Tariq if you can win her respect. That is very important, actually. We will need to do that later. Nope. Can't ask about that. Nope. Okay. So Rakesh is actually a paladin. He is a honorable, noble fighter with extra abilities. So we'll ask about that. The way of the paladin is to seek to know that which truly is. The paladin strives to learn his own inner nature and that of others. The paladin does whatever needs to be done to bring light to the world. Not for glory, not for gain. The paladin becomes a paladin because it is his will. The will is the very essence of your soul. I am honored to aid you. I'm always going to do the greed and the thank thing because it aids our intelligence and our communication skills, as we talked about before. So, let's enter the guild hall. Ah, the hero of the katas. You have some reputation already to hear merchants talk. If you are as good as they say you are, then you must be plenty good. This is Uhura. Not that Uhura, a different Uhura. The place I be working while Simba be small. I be good fighter, good adventurer. You need help fighting, I be good teacher too. The warrior woman cradles baby Simba in her arms. Simba means lion in my language. Of course it does. Rakesh say he sounds like a lion cub when he cries. Okay, now I'm not a fighter, but I do have some parry skills, so it will be useful to practice fighting with her. Not necessarily on a daily basis, but it will be useful to do. Let's take a look at the guild board, just like we did in the first one. Okay, look at the board, which is right here, dummy. Not him. Okay. There will be given to the one who restores the Emir Arus al-Din to his rightful place in the palace at Razir the sum of 1,000 dinars, by order of the Sultan Harun al-Rashid. He who is willing to brave the desert should seek Harik Attar in his shop at the sign of the mortar and pestle by the fountain. That one shall find rewards for his courage. So just like in the first one, you can get components and you can give them to the apothecary. The way of the paladin, to seek, to learn, to do. Needed. Those who do service to the city and land of Shapir shall know the rewards of goodness, by order of the Sultan Harun al-Rashid. There is needed for a spell of great power the whirling part of a dervish. Inquire at the magic shop. Keep on laughing, prop. So that's at the magic shop. We'll need to check that out later. There is some writing on the EOF plaque on the wall, but you are not close enough to read it. You got real guts and don't know the meaning of fear. If you got real muscles and don't take guff from no one. If you got a real weapon and know how to use it, then maybe you are good enough to join the Eternal Order of Fighters. We pick only the best to join and we'll be watching you, so don't just be good, be great. Be a member of EOF. Eternal Order of Fighters. The guts, the glory, the greatest. I am not a fighter, so we're not going to worry about that. Ooh, this moose has a fez. Fezes are cool. I have trouble remembering names, but I never forget a fez. Wah, wah. The log is for the most part written in a language you can't read. You sign your name in the book. With a flourish. Why don't we practice? That will be the place to see just how good a fighter you are. I get tired of not using spear and shield for so long a while. Maybe you and I will go check out skills there. No magic, though. I don't do magic. Fine. Ah. Enough for now. You look pretty winded. We go back to hall. As a wizard, I'm not much of a fighter, so I'm not going to last very long. My stamina's already drained. That's alright. It's good to get the practice. We can always rest. Except I can't rest here. Oh, that's right, I forgot. In this game, you can only rest in certain areas. As opposed to the first one where you could rest pretty much anywhere you want. She is my friend. She is a good fighter and teacher, and you would do well to practice with her. She can teach you much about the warrior skills. Well, I already did that. So, let's go and rest. We have to do... excuse me, we have to do that back at the inn. It is hoped you enjoyed your first sights of our beautiful city of Shapir. You gotta be kidding me, it's already night? Wow, it is already night, huh? That was an eventful first day. Now, one thing to keep in mind about this game as opposed to the first one is that there is a bit of a time limit. Tonight's meal is honeyed lamb with almonds and curry chicken. It is hoped you will enjoy yourself. You are, of course, most welcome. You have a wonderful meal. There are numerous salads, the 2 main courses, fruit, hot mint tea, dessert, and all the bread you could want. You feel stuffed and content. Fortunately, your strenuous regimen as a hero prevents you from looking as round as Abdullah. Agrees me very much, but I don't know what to say. The other day I was talking to the Sultan as Harun al-Rashid thanked me for my gift of the flying carpet and complimented me upon my courage in fighting against those vile brigands of Spielberg. He mentioned that there might be need of a hero around here soon. The Sultan must have talked to the astrologer. Ah, who's the astrologer? The astrologer is a very important man here. He can see the future in the stars. You should go to him and find out your fortune, for is it not written, a man should know his fate? His house is at the end of the Tariq of stars. In this case, we should probably just go ahead and go to bed. We're exhausted. The day is over. Let's sleep. You awaken much refreshed. That is quite a bed. Okay, this is day 2. As I was saying, we are on a bit of a time crunch, as opposed to the first game. Do not forget that Shema dances this night. Oh, I won't. So. We didn't go out here yet. We haven't ventured into the desert. Ali Fakir! Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. Although for the life of me, I can't imagine why. I'm Ali Fakir. Honest Ali Fakir. Whoa, that's way too fast. Of course, even if you don't want a Saurus, I'll be happy to sell one to you. You look like a man looking for a Saurus. I have the finest saddle Saurus you can find. A magnificent saddle Saurus. If you ride one, that's exactly what you get. I've seen an awful lot of Sauruses, and I've seen a lot of awful Sauruses. Saurus is the ship of the desert, and you can't ship it far enough to suit me. All a Saurus takes is a little grass, some water, and a little love, and it will follow you anywhere, which can get mighty embarrassing at times, believe me. Picture yourself mounting your very own Saurus for the first time. You get up, you fall off, you mount up again and sit proud in the saddle, knowing you can ride with the best of them. You never know when a Saurus might come in handy. Why, just the other day you were thinking to yourself, Self, you thought, if only I had someone to play pinochle with. If you had a Saurus, you still couldn't play pinochle. You couldn't even pronounce it. Blah, 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 blah. We do need to buy a Saurus, so let's do that. So we paid for a Saurus. Ah, true love at first sight. What a sight for Saurus eyes. Seeing that you two kids are hitting it off from the start, it sounds like a good time to start heading off. Hello, I must be going. An exit line if ever I heard one. Okay, so now we have a mount to get our way through the desert, which is a much better way of walking compared to walking. In this case, the guard said he would put him back, so let's just take a look at the Saurus for now. Spielberg, these things weren't so friendly. I forgot one of the things I have to do is I have to buy some extra water skins. But I gotta find where I can buy them. There are a lot of things you can buy in this game. Including flowers here. I need to buy some extra water skins before I go out into the desert, so... And besides, I have to go see the magic user. Baskets of all colors, sizes, and shapes. I don't need a basket. You can fill your water skin at the fountain. No, not talking to you. Oil lamps will light the way through the darkest night. Surely an adventurer such as yourself would have need for such a thing. I will charge but 15 dinars. We will need an oil lamp. And we get points for getting it. I may be going kind of quickly through this. Playing this game is kind of interesting because it's tough for me to go slow considering I know it like the back of my hand. So if I ever do something and you're a little lost, I'm going to try to explain what I'm doing. We will need an oil lamp, so I picked one up. Hopefully I won't go too fast. Let me know in the comments if you guys are completely lost or if you want me to go a little slower. And it's Keep On Laughing. Naharik Saeed, aloha oi, welcome in, gesundheit, tipakanu, and how do you do? Pleased to meet you, and I mean to please you. Welcome to my little shop of wonders. Wonder what shop it is? It's magic, of course. I am Keep on Laughin', proprietor. You must be Noble Cause. Proud to meet you, Mr. Cause. Shapir always hopes for heroes. I see by your outfit that you know some magic. You see by my outfit that I know some too. We can see by our outfits that we both know magic. I guess that we too must eschew the hoodoo. Hello, sailor. New in town, so how you doin', Bruin? Had any wit-y conversation? Been chanting with the enchantress yet? Seen all the sights, Justin, or just citing all the scenes? Sell you a spell, Nell? Oh my god, the rhymes and the puns! If you want to be witty, then search in the city. The nitty-gritty to this ditty, you need magic to find it. 'Twas designed by committee. So that's a hint that there's a place we need to go called, that Erasmus in the first game told us about, called WIT, which stands for the Wizards Institute of Technocery, which we need to do to become a full-fledged wizard. Magic, magic everywhere. Find it at Aziza's lair. Magic, magic, wait a bit. Find it in the soul of wit. Magic, magic in the stars. The astrologer can see that far. Auntie Azizi lives off the east end of Shmali Tarek. Mind your P's and Q's when you are there, or she might send you know where. Let's see what spells he has to sell. I'm a little low on spells in stock, but I do have scrolls of Detect Magic for a negligible 10 dinars, Trigger for 15, Force Bolt for a measly 20, Levitate for 30, and Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle for 25. How much money do we have? Okay. So we do need to buy the Force Bolt as well as the Levitate. Ah. Ooh, smooth talking, dude. You got the gift of gab, Tab. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Seeing as you being a hero and all, I'll reduce the price by 10 whole simoleons. Dinars, that is. Dough flow, Shapir Buccaneer. Now let me see where I last saw it. I'll have to look for it in the back room. I'll be back in a flash with the stash, Nash. Silly me. I had to hear the whole time. Abracadabra and didgeridoo, make the thing appear for you. Here you go, Joe. Hope you're happy, Pappy. Okay, so I read it automatically. Now we have what's called the Force Bolt, which is much like Flame Dart, except it's not fire-based. Okay, let's buy the Levitate spell. Oh shoot, I forgot to bargain. Oh well. Oh well. Now we're starting to run low on money. That's okay, we needed those spells. No sweat, Babette. And we get honor for thanking and greeting people. If you need to know some knowledge about the magic way, then go and see Aziza, who'll enchant you if you stay. Watch out, she's testy though. So long, farewell, oaf, we the same. Okay. Pots. I don't need a pot. I could use some extra rations though, and these guys have rations. Lizard jerky rations. A centime less. What a deal. Okay, so now we've got plenty of rations. I do need more water skins, and I'm hesitating to remember right now exactly where they are. But for now, let's go into the apothecary. The apothecary's shop is aflame with reds, yellows, and oranges, and smoky incense fills the air. The druggist is busy creating pills and powders. Ah, I did not notice you come in. This is the apothecary, where one can buy many wondrous pills and oils. I am Harik. If you need something, just let me know. Ask about pills. I had the following pills for sale. Vigor pills for 5 dinars, healing pills for 10, poison cure pills for 12, mana pills for 15. Take 1 pill with water and get plenty of rest. So this is just like the healer in the first game. You need to get your healing pills and whatnot here. So let's bargain some mana pills. Because you are such a fine person, for you I will make a special deal. I will sell you 3 doses of pills at regular price and throw in a 4th dose free of charge. Special money-back guarantee with every pill I sell. If you die because of a pill, I will gladly refund your money. Gotta love that Sierra sense of humor. I am always out of scorpion venom to make poison cure pills and ghoul claws for my experiments. I will pay 20 dinars for the tail of a scorpion and 15 dinar for the claws of a ghoul. So, much like the first game, you can always go and get some components and some money for doing so. I am Harik Atar, which in your language means fire druggist. I was well named. Watch this. Boom! See how the flame reacts to incense? Fire is attracted to the thing it burns because it is very vain. You know, incense would make quite a lure for a fire elemental. Now, we don't know exactly what that is yet, but we will need to know that in a couple days. Now I must get back to work. If you see something which interests you, let me know. We'll ask about that later. The Enchantress Aziza has a house along the west side of Shmali Tariq. Everyone is talking about Shmali Tariq. To serve you is an honor. For now, that is all we need here. I don't need a pot. Stop. Okay, so now as you see, there's a couple of places that have popped up on the map here. The apothecary and the magic shop. Now, if only I knew where the Shmali Tariq was. I'm trying my best to remember exactly where Aziza is. We might just check that out later. I do know the astrologer is over here, right where that sword is. There's a couple other places we need to see up here in the Fighters Plaza first. Yep, here's where I buy the water skins. Finest in leatherwork will I sell to you, hero from a distant land. My leather is noted the world over for its beauty and durability. Water skin will hold enough water for a day's journey in the desert. Okay, we needed a couple of those. Alrighty. How about we go and ask one thing I forgot to ask about him. We forgot to ask about the whirling part of a dervish. Hello, Bonjar. Hi, guy. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. What may I do to you? The dervish of the desert oversees his own oasis as he sits upon the sands by the shore of his small spring. It is somewhere south of Shapir and in inches a bit east. If you're gonna go and gab with him, you'd better take a beast. Okay, so he's not gonna be very much help as to where he is. But we do need to head into the desert is what that means. Getting lots of communication skill. That's good. We got plenty of time. Let's go and practice some more first. Ah, this be the new hero, Rakesh. You are most welcome in Shepir. The Sultan has been seeking a hero since the forces of dark magic overwhelmed Razir. The rumors from Razir are that laws have become more important than men and that it has become a crime to think. Few go to that city now, and even fewer return. We will eventually be heading there, but for now, let's practice some more, shall we? Okay, so I know that's really fast, and I'm basically just pressing a bunch of buttons, but that's the best way to practice all your skills. You see, just about all of these here have increased. Now, let's go back to the inn, give a quick rest. Here you can actually rest for an hour. You do need to be careful that you don't rest too much. Like I said, you're on a bit of a time crunch in this game as opposed to the previous one. And I don't want to explain too much about that because I'll be giving things away, but trust me when I say you need to be careful and not waste too much time in this game. If you are exploring the desert, you should visit the dervish at the oasis. He is a very wise man. That is what we needed to ask about. The dervish lives in the oasis to the south, blah, blah, blah. The oasis is a place in the desert where there is life-giving water. It is 5 scareen lengths to the south and 3 scareen lengths to the east from the town overlook. So that's a pretty clear way of saying screen lengths. Let us take our mount and head out into the desert. Always a good idea to save before you get too far. One, 2, 3, 4. Now notice how it turned. You have to be careful there. The perspective changed. 5. Now we can turn this way because if you remember your perspective, this way to the left is now east, to the right is west. So now we're going east. Uh-oh, it's a fight. These are Quest for Glory 2's version of brigands. I was doing well there for a while, but then I started sucking. You search the carnage and find 3 dinars and 23 centimes. Oh, and just so you know, I will never show you guys more than 1 or 2 fights of a single monster. I don't want to bore you. I'll show you what the monsters are, but there will be times when I go out and just fight just to fight. So you'll never see too much of that, so don't worry. Let's get our mount back. The coward. There he is. And here we are at the oasis. He who returns to run away sometimes find knife in back. Take a deep drink of the warm but refreshing water, and then check and refill all your water skins. A wise man can survive or a fool will perish. Wise men learn much by saying little. Thesaurus is like reflection and pool, both but seem to be real. One who watches world whirl by sees many things. Take a small piece of the dervish's beard and put it carefully away. This is what Keep On Laughing was asking for. He wanted part of his beard. So we'll take a little piece. Magic is like water. Without it, Shapir is like sand. When laws made without justice, men live without freedom. Once you start, it's very hard to stop. Okay, and I think that's about all we can get from here for now. Alright, buddy, let's get going. Let's head back. You can sleep at the Oasis if need be. Think of the Oasis as this game's version of Arana's Peace. There is no Arana's Peace in this game, as opposed to the others, but... Shoot, I think I headed the wrong direction. Nope, I'm right. Okay. I thought I headed the wrong direction at first. There's a couple other places in the desert we'll need to see eventually, other than just random exploring, but for now, we can go back. And he will put the Saurus back into the pen for us, so we don't have to worry about that. What time is it? Mid-afternoon. Okay, so we're starting to run low on time here. So I'm going to go ahead and save. I want to find Aziza before we finish this day. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here. I'm going to need to do some exploring to figure out exactly where she is, because I can't really remember. I might have to check my map and take a look around. So I'm going to save it for now. I'll save it a different save. And we are back here where we were. Good enough place to stop this second recording. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. We'll continue this at another time. My name is Chronos006. Until then, take care.